Kevin Taylor ebuefu Samini wakeka na adwen e de akyere no blasting was so exposing over a recent interview Samini and the Bellamundi of TV3 have a moment short video we ye beto am so with the full details.
Say NPP is where he's eating from. They are the ones who helped him go through his fake gimpa. He is still licking the butt of NPP appointees. They are taking care of him. His musical career is over. Samini in about 20 years or releasing any better music. He's still eating from the thing he was doing. Samini has no career again. He can only survive on the old lender music he did. But now we are going into the Burna Boy era, Wizkid era. We are moving into the new generation where he does not understand. He has no career. He has no music career. He is only an insect who is also feasting on politicians. So he could not come out emphatically to tell Ghana for say Akufo-Addo has failed. Because if you're saying Akufo-Addo has not failed, tell me a sector that Akufo-Addo has justified himself. A sector that can basically speak for Akufo-Addo a little bit. Samini cannot, and unim de me ya e want tough for him. Or you're turning Akufo-Addo didn't do anything. And so this fool who was treated like a rag on the platform, Akamfoguso, they hit his hand not to even touch Akufo-Addo. But he's still not bold enough to say Akufo-Addo and his government has failed because he is feasting on their criminality. Samini, what does he do? He does no job. So for him to even not be able to say Akufo-Addo has failed, it should tell you a hypocrite. But
a few hours ago, Samini or an exclusive interview with Bellamundi of TV3 or there some information out concerning his career, politics, and the fact he paused music for a while to further at Gimpa. Now during the process and the interview time and Bellamundi Ebisani say a lot of people believe it's President Nana Akufo-Addo based on promises or and son or better than a president of Ghana has failed. Samini couldn't say we're failing and has on failing. According to Samini, also no the Ujidi say President Nana Akufo-Addo is doing what he can do or has done what he could have done as a president of Ghana. Or say we will measure the promises he made against what he did. Ghanaians would judge for themselves. Now, Yebisan also say, why did he campaign for NPP? Is it that he's an MPP or not? Or say he's not a card-bearing member of the MPP? Now, he just loved the promises and then the policies of President Nana Akufo-Addo. Enunti NHS or campaigning the man. This, according to Kevin Taylor, and of course, a lot of people are supporting Kevin Taylor. A sign of hypocrisy. Almost say Samini the Okai, and he is a truthful person, and that is what Kevin Taylor also laid emphasis on. Or say Samini wasn't faithful at all, he's a liar, and this is so because according to Kevin Taylor, or say some politicians within the MPP and AFD Samini and matches allegedly they even sponsored his education in Gimpa, so he's lacking, excuse me to say, their ass. Kevin Taylor to nebo egu Samini enimase. Momenhwe video no in full. Yeba to amuso.
Now and and I've seen Samini talking and talking. Samini.
You are an MPP member, I should say. Are you or you're not?
I am not a card bearing.
Oh, you're not a card, but
I am an admirer of Nana Akufo-Addo's policies.
Oh.
That is what drew me to laud his policies and the fact that it would only make sense for him to continue from where he had reached rather than swap places.
I see. So that's why we saw you in that
exactly
circle.
That was for the second round, right, the second time after 4 years. So to a logical person who's looking at the policies and the fact that I had free education up north as against when I used to pay for people's fees, and then I had other things that were promised, things like one district, one dam, one district, one factory, and all of these things, to which I had hopes that thousands of people up north would get employment to work both day and night, and the city, the rural areas will be vibrant. So all of these things drew me as a fan of Nana Akufo-Addo's policies. not necessarily NPP as a party. I'm not really.
So, 10 person cheso nyansa. Samini say, Adikudientia 2020. Obeka che Ghana for be campaign mam Nana Akufo-Addo ne say enye NPP no do. NPP de omo Jimmy party de oni card e cheso NPP ni. Na Akufo-Addo ne policies are the two kwem. Remember, Nana Akufo-Addo had already been in power for 4 years. Samini said 2020 he had to come out and support Akufo-Addo's second term. That 4 years now Akufo-Addo di wa akonya so no. Samini had gone to the north several times. I don't think say obeso kachere say okọ north no danajo adecha no koye. Did he see any of the dams? When Samini from 2017 to 2020 okọ ni krom sirem no, did he see any constituency getting $1 million? Samini, did he see any school being built? Free SHS Ekosuman Koran Hotomo. Did Samini see any dam working between 2017 and 2020? Did he see any impact of the policies? Because the reason I'm asking these questions, and then I say Samini in 4 years wants to tell me, say he saw the impact of all the things he's listing. Free SHS, one district, one factory, one district, one dam, one teacher, one laptop. Ningina occur Northern region in 4 years. We saw it. That is what made him come in 2020 to do music, to campaign for Akufo-Addo. So be kasano a trofwa or a cromfo or a dadafwa. Listen to him very well. So be kasano a snitcher or a ingrate or be kasano a ungrateful beaner. Listen to him well. Normally, in their head, they think they are intelligent, but they are stupid. The reason why Obama are stupid, and they forget the past. They forget they are talking to intelligent people. Ayana Oma Junior almost say, Ebia Sebio, 1 or 2 underground artists we are omunim the omuyeno, omu feel some we are big almost. So I'm just a Ghana for you. So Samini wants to tell me that dreadlocks ne good it say aponchino. He wants to tell me, says 2017 to 2020, he saw dams in the northern region working effectively to help farmers. He saw everything about Umia and Akufo-Addo said in the north. He saw it and he read it in the news. Say they were effective and they were basically helping his people. So one, they say he supported Akufo-Addo's policies. He did not support MPP as a political party because Omo Jimmy. Now listen to this liar again. This is Samini still.
Has the president failed?
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say he has?
I wouldn't say that.
There are many people who have said that he's been the worst president so far.
There are many people.
Yeah.
I am not part of.
You don't think he's failed? Do you think he's done a good job?
I think he's fought his fight.
Okay.
Yes.
Is
so
it good enough for
when he's done, his achievements will be put against his utterances against what he said he was gonna come and do. And then you do plus minus and see the deficit. Of course, there's going to be a deficit from what we see. But that is the only time we can tell what job actually was done.
Should he have fired anyone by now from his government?
I believe so, but I wouldn't know individually.
So the question is, has the president failed? When to my direct answer, the hypocrisy has come in again. The president, has he failed? Or see, he wouldn't say the president has failed. But he has done what? He has fought his fight. Stupid answer. It did not mean anything. What fight has Akufo-Addo fought? Because at a point in every man's life, you are given a responsibility. And when you are given that responsibility, you need to deliver. When you fail to deliver, you have failed. If you fail to take care of your kids, you should have known that there's a responsibility that comes with it. So the moment you have the kid and you fail to take care of the kid, you have failed as a father. This is a social contract between you and I. And if the things he said, one case let's stay from 2017 also why are you now saying you cannot tell us whether he has failed or passed? The reason why he cannot tell you he has failed is he knows NPP is where he's eating from. They are the ones who helped him go through his fake gimpa. He is still licking the butt of MPP appointees. They are taking care of him. His musical career is over. Samini in about 20 years or releasing any better music. He's still eating from the thing he was doing. Samini has no career again. He can only survive on the old lender music he did. But now we are going into the Burna Boy era, Wizkid era. We are moving into the new generation where he does not understand. He has no career. He has no music career. He is only an insect who is also feasting on politicians. So he could not come out emphatically to tell Ghana for say Akufo-Addo has failed. Because if you are saying Akufo-Addo has not failed, tell me a sector that Akufo-Addo has justified himself. A sector that can basically speak for Akufo-Addo a little bit. Samini cannot, and or turning Akufo-Addo didn't do anything. And so this fool who was treated like a rag on the platform, Akamfoguso, they hit his hand not to even touch Akufo-Addo. But he's still not bold enough to say Akufo-Addo and his government has failed because he is feasting on their criminality. Samini, what does he do? He does no job. So for him to even not be able to say Akufo-Addo has failed, it should tell you a hypocrite. You are helping politicians to lie to the people, so your house should be a target. So the youth want to rise up in Dansuma, they need to burn your house down, because from what we are seeing, you are now leading politicians to lie to the people about one district, one factory, about one constituency, 1 million, about one constituency, one dam, about the policies that have never been fulfilled. Then it means today as we speak, in Dansuman, anytime there is chaos, the youth need to rise up and burn Samini's house, because you have told us anybody who decide to lead politicians to lie to the people, you need to suffer the consequences. As simple as that. I am not making those statements up. You made those statements. It is Samini no Jina. If anybody attacks him in his house, or Tejatum, or the Ejagu Petro Gubotumu, not the Asawashano, no Tejatum, no Tutunifiene Shia. Samini has deceived a lot of youth, because 2017 to 2020, you knew what Akufo-Addo had done. He had not fulfilled any of these promises, but you went on in 2020 to stand on stage to lie to the people. From your own words, you deserve to suffer the consequence. If the youth today want to rise up and attack you, Samini, in your home, they are right, because you yourself told them that when somebody in the creative art industry takes such stand, that person needs to die, that person needs to be attacked. And then so what say you to be attack Samini yaseneka oma konfie akoto tuja to akobo bi to ho. It is Samini who called for that, because he had already preached, he had already told people that if you are in this art, if you are in this, you don't do that. Now listen to Samini. This is where he was helping politicians to lie. He traveled all the way to Kumasi to go and endorse and lie to the people that give Akufo-Addo 4 more. But from 2017 to 2020, na Ediana Samini, we won't say Akufo-Addo aye from his promises. I'll say a man jumping onto Akufo-Addo's idea, but not on MPP ideas. Because we think I say MPP for Jimmy on Akufo-Addo and some kind of no DH. But in some kind of DH, you ended up writing songs and campaigning. The question here is, Samini nyani pebi a we Ghana ni na obijina wonchen a ne ho bon aye lies. He smells of hypocrisy. He's a disgusting liar who cannot be trusted. In terms of Ustedia, MPP for the majority of the time, and tough one on the young Kwasiasem. Anytime a MPP power biano or the tough war, and tough for the bina with Jimino. In tough when Yansaford don't fall for this. But Osha and tough for the bina with Jimina, the MPP use them a lot. And Samini is a classical example of Teniabwa. Because what is your basis? Ukrom nankasa yeah also be one district, one dam he has not built the dam. Ukrom for no kase obe one factory he has not built a factory. Ukrom no so 1 million per constituency he has not given them. So what will motivate you to come and stand on stage and foolishly exhibit your highest form of stupidity? Greed, foolishness. These people don't have principles. Me who Samini na me who Aponchi on my respect Aponchi, because Aponchi at least our principles say oko hia oba junso obedi oba nechi. Samini has no principles. Or to say gata munsua eko, it can go anywhere. Tonight Samini can come tonight and say Akufo-Addo ideas, because he is a man without principles. Bema say oba na on the da et say sebio only jantre ni bema na ada. You cannot take his word, you cannot trust him. Enya kurano, you should have asked yourself the first question. Baby, I'm free no. Say Kufuor and Bibi crowd. Has he been able to deliver for my people? Samini. But some of us, some of them are very stupid, and the NPP continuously have used some of them. Classical example is Samini, and they have used them to lie to the people. 10 year boy in a stage for Kufuor daddy, making ohuni kromi yene krampa onto friend daddy. It is how mediocre thinking they think. They are mediocrity no. E didi eni anomo ntafoni bimu. You might say so, Samini, what can I check? That's some boy, the near be with Jimmy, because he does not even have that self-confidence. It is Samini has no principles, and there are hundreds of the Samini type in Ghana. From Samini's own mouth, you know, say, "Oh, take the stance." That's all my politician, youth and try. You deserve to take the fall. So if today somebody attacks Samini or Seneca, people go after him because you led us to be deceived. The industry that made you who you are, you were nobody. You were one of the entire forum free slim ebepian crying. They could have called you Atia. They could have called you Mustafa. They would have called you any name. But the industry that accepted you, that made you who you are still, and the MPP for 10 years, Ukoso president were born, Sano. What did you gain from it? 2017 to 2020 now, Oko ahead to go and campaign for Kufuor. No, you say Obi campaign ama politician biano. They are deceiving the youth. We want to ask, studio ahe and MPPAC. It is in your industry. You're a foolish boy. How many studios have been built by Kufuor and the MPP Baumia? It's been 7 years. Can you point to any studio that this government that you foolishly stood on platforms to deceive the youth? Hold them a problem, no? Samini, you deceived thousands of you don't deserve to live around us. Where we are today, the unemployment and the people, the young people struggling today, you play a role. Like your own words. Anasa and some of our kind, if somebody from the creative art industry leads the youth and lie them and help politicians, that person deserves to be a target. You are a target. You deserve to be a target, and the youth are not supposed to spare you. Today, you have to understand you are a target to the youth. And if you have made any project wherever the youth know, they should make it a target, because what they are going through today, you actually led a lot of them to go in there. I am asking the creative art industry, come out and tell Ghanaians the studios they were talking about building around the nation. I didn't hear these fools tell you that they will build a studio where you are from. Where you, Samini, you are from. Nipampo Nyansio Num. Nipa Enya Hospital nko. Udi ujimi abetinakra. Or rasta tantai wa wanum tum kakankwasi asense pay. The question here is, Mrs. said the youth, when they charge at you, Omaya Boni and Aso Munye Boni, come and tell us, where are the studios? You are in the arts, you are in the creative arts. Tell us one thing that these fools you are calling daddy, they have done to change the creative art industry. Samini is basically a gutter water or a gutter munsio. He has no principles. He's been taken care of by a politician, by MPP. Samini is a political dog. He has led a lot of youth into the dark. He does not deserve to be walking on the streets of Ghana and shouting and making noise. Samini is supposed to be the target of the youth by his own words. If you are in the industry and you lead the youth to let politicians lie to the youth, you have to be a target. So, by your own words, Samini is a target, and the youth can make their own decisions.
For Kevin Taylor and Abieja Ediegu Samini Soa, just a mother particular story, a trendy enye asemke to acquire. A lot of people say Samini didn't do well with the interview. They kind of sensed the hypocrisy. Some are also saying Samini said what he had to say. But after watching the video Kevin Taylor Ediaman, what is your take on it? For Adventure, if a comment section, and my answer now will be subscribe here. And my YouTube channel, I say subscribe now, turn your notification on. Yeah, that's CP.
B0res TV.